Hello viewers and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to study the poem Dust of Snow by Robert Frost. This is a very short poem and it gives us a message that even the least important and the smallest of acts can make our day better. It can change our mood from gloomy and sad to happy and slightly cheerful mood. Okay? So before we start the poem, let me give you a short introduction of the poet. Born in the year 1874, Robert Frost is considered an American poet. His work was initially published in America, and his first poem, My Butterfly, an Elegy, was published in the year 1894, just 2 years after Frost completed his high school. But in the next 13 years, only 8 of his poems were published. At last, demoralized by the constant rejection of American publishers, he immigrated to England in the year 1912 and earned his fame as a writer in England along with 4 Pulitzer Prizes. Poem is the communication and the connection between nature and humans, and nature healing and helping the negative thoughts of humans. Like if you sit in the morning breeze for a few minutes, you will feel a sudden calmness and happiness. Or if you sit down near a creek and just listen to the flow of water, all your negative thoughts will fly away, even if it's for a few moments. It gives us a significance of small events like listening to the chirping of birds and watching the dew on the leaves. It will make us feel enlightened in a way. Now before we start the poem, as this poem is only of 8 lines, let us read aloud the poem and then we will discuss its meaning. The way a crow shook down on me the dust of snow from a hemlock tree has given my heart a change of mood and saved some part of the day I had rued. The speaker is sitting down beneath a hemlock tree. And now what is a hemlock tree? It is a poisonous plant or tree with small white flowers. And they are found in mountainous areas, mountainous regions. The speaker here is feeling little dejected, depressed, sorrowful, and he's sitting down beneath a hemlock tree. He's not sitting down beneath some beautiful trees like pine tree or apple tree, but he's sitting down beneath a hemlock tree. Why? Because the poet wants to represent depression, sorrow, and hemlock is just the right choice to represent these things, right? As the writer is sitting down beneath the tree, he's having some disturbing thoughts. Maybe he's thinking about hurting himself or just quitting on something. But suddenly the particles of snow or the dust of snow falls on him, and he is feeling suddenly better, happier, and more cheerful than he was before. He is seeing the life from a new point of view. And who is responsible for shaking down the dust of snow on him? A crow. Yes, a crow usually represents death, tragedy, ill omen, but here, because of the crow, the writer is feeling suddenly happy, has given my heart a change of mood. It has lifted his heart, it has lifted his mood, it has made him happier, giddier, we can say. And it has saved the day he had rued. It has saved the day he held in regret. He has just spent the day feeling sorrowful. He spent the day regretting, but now his day is changed and a good thing happened in that sorrowful and bad day of his. The thing we learn from this poem is that we should not let our sorrow and our sadness control ourselves, but we should control our sorrow and sadness and make our day useful, make our day maybe helping others, and helping others will make the others' day beautiful as well as ours. Even the smallest acts can bring compassion in our heart. It can make our heart warm. It can make someone's day better. Okay? And the irony of the poem is the two things, crow and hemlock tree, they don't represent many great things. No, you already know that they represent sorrow, guilt, ill omen, something like that. But because of the hemlock tree and the crow, the writer is feeling happier. So even worst of people can bring happiness to someone, so you should not just feel dejected and useless. Everything is useful in some way. Okay? This was the summary of the poem. I hope that you understood the poem, and that is all for today. The poet ends here. I will see you in our next